That's a boy! That's a boy!
It's a man. That's what the fathers were shouting. A lot of fathers in the stands, parents outraged with a transgender athlete competing in a girls' track and field competition, A.B. Hernandez, a 16-year-old biological boy competing against girls in the high jump, long jump, and triple jump. He stole opportunities to get to the state finals there in California. Joining me now is Sophia Laurie, a former college athlete, also the outreach director at California Family Council. Sophia, good to have you with us. And you were at that event. You took photographs and video. What did you see in the aftermath of all of that?
You know, Todd, it was absolutely heartbreaking to watch girls lose their opportunities to a male, to watch girls be crying on the sidelines as they realize that if they come in 10th place due to a male, they will now be displaced and not making it to state finals. And so as I watched him compete, you watch the girls just kind of look at him knowing no matter how hard they've trained, no matter how much they've worked, they now have to think about this all day instead of just getting to the meet and being excited that they made it to preliminaries and being excited to have the opportunity to make it to finals. The girls were distressed, yet they were also wearing Protect Girls sports shirts and speaking out loudly for what is right.
Yeah, I'm curious about those shirts. The girls wearing these shirts as a form of protest, but what happened? I understand that there was an issue there with the California Interscholastic Federation, which is what the governing body for high school sports there.
Yeah, CIF oversees high school sports in the state of California. And so the girls competing, as well as many of the male athletes competing in the males division, were wearing these shirts all around the event. Yet they were told they could not enter the track if they were wearing the shirts. And so that was definitely a violation of their First Amendment right. You see many athletes are wearing different kind of sweatshirts and t-shirts over their jerseys, and yet those shirts were not allowed inside the track.
Okay, this is insane. And what I am impressed, though, by is the parents. They're in California, and you had a lot of dads. It certainly sounded like a lot of dads that were pretty upset and were being pretty vocal about it.
Yeah, absolutely. The parents are over their daughters losing opportunities and put in risky situations, having boys in their sports, boys in their locker rooms, boys in their restrooms. And it was such a sight to see these dads speaking out, shouting, "That's a boy, that's a man," and seeing dads wearing these hot pink t-shirts saying "Protect Girls Sports." So they showed up ready to defend and protect their daughters.
So look, Sophia, you were a college athlete, and we have certainly seen this play out. I know Riley Gaines shared your reporting on social media. What is the end game here? If nothing is done, what happens to girls in collegiate sports?
If nothing's done, girls' sports will cease to exist. Girls are going to lose their scholarships to males. And that's how, when I went to college and I played soccer, I was able to play and go there on a scholarship. I was able to have college paid for and helped paid for by being an athlete. And knowing that girls are going to lose those opportunities to receive a higher education and play the sport they love is absolutely heartbreaking. And that's what we're seeing happen in the state of California. So we're going to keep pushing back and making sure that the leadership here knows that Californians do not agree with what they're doing, and girls will not stop fighting for their fair and safe opportunities.
And that's what's, again, truly impressive here. This is happening in California, the pushback happening in California. I'm just wondering, how long is it going to be until President Trump intervenes? It certainly appears that California is ignoring the president's executive order.
Yes, California absolutely is. You know, Governor Gavin Newsom mentioned on a Charlie Kirk podcast that this is deeply unfair, yet he's done nothing. The Democrats in California actually killed two Save Girls sports bill just earlier this year. And so they're doing absolutely nothing. And it's time that President Trump and our Attorney General Pam Bondi come into California, pull federal funding, and make sure that California starts following Title IX.
Well said. Sophia, we're going to leave it there, but keep fighting the good fight. I can tell you, the Newsmax audience, we're behind you guys 1,000%. Thank you.
Thank you.